Hey guys, welcome back to Biscuits Total War. This is Biscuits giving you another online commentary for Rome Total War. Now in today's battle we're playing on this grassy flatlands, the weather conditions are cold, got the snow out, we're playing at night time and it's there to mirror today's weather conditions because at the moment it's cold, it's wet, and looks like it's about to snow. Anyway, let's have a look at the builds, let's have a look at the players. Today we have got a 3 versus 3, this is going to be Titans versus Heaven members. I'm playing as the Scipii Romans, aka the Blue Romans. I've gone for 4 Praetorian Cav, 3 Archers and 13 Urbans. I'm playing alongside Heaven Numidia, who's gone for 16 Urbans and 4 Praetorian Cav. And last but not least, we've also got Charlie from the Heaven clan, and he has brought 3 Archers, 4 Cav and 13 Urbans. So exactly the same build that I've gone for. Now we're going to be playing up against 3 Titans players who don't need much of an introduction because they are household names on my channel. We've got Elita, who's playing as the Greeks, 6 Cretan Archers, 14 Spartans. Hades from Peru, he has gone for Seleucids, he's bringing 6 Cataphracts, 5 Silver Shields, Legionaries and 9 Silver Shield Pikemen. And then last but not least, we've got Mohamed, who has gone for the Macedonian faction, and he has gone for 6 Cav, or 6 Companion Cav, and 14 Royal Pikemen. So let's get the battle started. What I'm initially going to try and do is charge my pikes forward, my infantry and army over to this flank here to support my ally. I'm also going to use my archers to try and get some nice little flank shots on Mohamed as and when I can, because he's gone for no archers. Literally the only archers that the enemy have are Elite's archers, and they've gone for 6 Cretans. So what he's going to try and do is probably surround them or push them forward right alongside this whole battlefield, so his archers can try and get as many shots as possible, not just on Charlie's army but on my army and Numidia's army. Now I've managed to run my guys up forward, and I've managed to actually meet up with Numidia. You can see if you look over in this flank here, Titan's Elite is going to try and charge his pikes forward. All he needs to do is get his guys into range, engaged with the Scipii player, and then he should be able to actually wipe him out, because these guys are really phenomenal. When it comes to Spartans, the minute you put the pikes down, the minute you take off guard mode and go and attack with your pikes down, they should be able to really wipe out a good chunk of the Scipii army. So Scipii army needs to really try and pull away, but what he's going to try and do is going to push forward, it looks like, get his guys into range of Pila and try and get off a good volley of Pila. Now what will probably happen is that this Pila screen of the loose formation Spartans will probably rout, but what will happen is once they're routed, the rest of all of these other units should be able to engage. Now back over on this flank here, again I'm moving my units over here to try and support my allies, which have got Numidia over here and got Queen Dutch. I'm also going to try and use my archers here to try and shoot the backs of these units as and when I can, which you'll see in a second. I was hoping that Mohamed would charge over here, and as he charges over here, my cav and my archers might be able to get a few nice little shots on these units. Now what Mohamed's going to do is going to move his cav right into this flank here. I paused for 2 seconds because I should have seen this coming, and in fact I'm pretty sure I saw this coming, but I make a bit of a blunder here. He's going to get his infantry unit and he's going to go over here to try and isolate my guys. He's also going to peel off his pike units to go and attack my cav, and he's also going to get his cav to attack my cav. So really nice play here. Elite's got his cataphracts over to this flank, and you can see Hades has got his cataphracts over to this flank here, and you can see these Spartans doing really well here. They're pushing forwards, they're grinding down all of these Urbans here, so he's going to get a nice bunch of kills, and that's only half of his Spartans. He's still got more Spartans to come and support. So let's click play and see what happens. Again, I'm going to use my archers here. I'm trying to get a few little shots here into these companion cav. Nice little kills there. Now he's going to charge in all of his companions. I'm going to meet his companions and go in with a little counter charge of my cav. But look, all these Royal Pikemen are now going to come out and come and attack all of these units here. So my cav is pretty much going to get instantaneously routed. I need to pull my cav straight out of there. They are moving, but moving too slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4 of my cav units have now been routed. No, scrap that. 3 of my cav units have now been routed. 1 of my archers have now been routed, and I just really need to get my units out of there as soon as possible. Now my cav units have been highly upgraded, so they will probably come back from that route, as you can see there. But what's happened is I've lost this little flank here, and now Mohamed's able to get his units around the back here and try and isolate and try and surround all of my units. My units are being attacked by Titans Hades, Titans Mohamed, and also we've got a nice little maneuver from Titans Elita here. So all of their pike units are now being engaged. Titans Mohamed's now going to come down the back here, and now what he's going to try and do is charge straight into these units here. I have turned them around to try and meet them at the end of the day. I'm going to try and hold back all of these Macedonian pikes, but it's going to be pretty tricky. I'm going to go in with a little cav strike here. I thought I could be cheeky and try and get his general, but I've only just managed to rout my Praetorian cav here. So you can see, look, Mohamed's got his guys in here. He's going to try and isolate and try and attack my guys. I've put my guys into Testudo just to try and bide some time. In comes Mohamed now with a nice little cav charge. He's going to charge straight through the centre here, right into these units, and what he's going to try and do is cause a bit of a mass rout, and he's going to try and destroy all of my infantry units. But what I'm going to do, I'm now going to get these cav units that were actually routed, I'm going to swing them back, and now what I'm going to try and do is actually sandwich all of these units. In comes my guys, nice little well-timed cav strike, and that's going to cause mass rout with all of these companion cav. Companion cav are now being routed. There's only 1 unit that's left. I'm now going to quickly pull my guys back out. My archers that I did have, that I had routed, they have now come back, and now with these archers I'm going to switch to their ult attack with their flame attack, and now I'm just going to shoot the backs of these Macedonians. Now what that's going to do, it's going to cause panic there, and more of these Macedonian units now are going to start to rout. That's going to make sure that these Macedonian units are now being isolated. They were surrounding me, but now I'm able to surround them. So nice bit of a counter attack there. Back over on this flank here, looks like Elita is winning the battle against all of these units here. His guys, I don't know if they've got guard mode on, but they're not really attacking that aggressively. Maybe should actually click on further units behind here so these pike units can push through. But what's happening here, because they're not attacking aggressively, he's not been able to get as many kills as he should be getting, and that's giving myself and my other allies just to really isolate and try and wrap up these Seleucids. Because look, the Seleucids really need to play tight. They need to be surrounding, they need to be right by the flanks of these Greeks. But what's happened here, these units are now being isolated. We're able to come around the back here and kill as many of these guys as possible. Mohamed's infantry units, again, they're too far. They should be really supporting. They should be coming in to support all of these units. Because they're isolated, it's meaning that we can gang up all our urbans and attack 1 pike unit by 1. Mohamed's seen these archers that were actually shooting the backs of his guys, so he's going to use his companion cav to actually charge down my guys, which is absolutely fine. I'm now going to use the rest of my urbans. As you can see, it really is messy at the moment. My urbans are now going to be able to get around the backs of these Seleucids. And again, the Seleucids, because they're isolated, they're going to mass rout. They're not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with these urbans. Again, Mohamed should really get his guys back into formation. Elita needs to use these archers and shoot the backs of all of these urbans as and when he can, but he's not doing that at the moment. That's just biding his time to really mass rout all of these Seleucids. So although we did lose that flank, and although Elita was creaming us there in the centre with his Spartans, because the Mohamed and because Hades got isolated, they were basically got absolutely chopped down by urbans, and that has meant that the Greeks, now they're all on their own, nothing much they can really do. Mohamed's managed to form his guys back up into a nice little new box anytime now. Although he's going to get his guys into a little box formation, really it's not going to do too much damage because he can't really aggressively attack. All he can do is bide his time, get into a defensive formation. But because we've got overwhelming weight and overwhelming units of urbans, we should be able to crack the box before the allies can come and support Mohamed. Now just check out all of these archers. These archers really turn around, go into alt attack and kill these units here. but instead they're running away. They're on skirmish mode. Mohamed's going to get his guys into a nice little formation. I'll put double speed on for just a few moments whilst we watch Mohamed get his guys into a little box formation. Royal Pikemen have got really nice stats when it comes to guard mode. We're now going to charge in and surround as many of these units as possible. A few of our guys in Numidia have got Peeler. Now what he should be using is using these Peeler on the Macedonian units, not the Seleucid units. We're going to isolate, we're going to surround all of these guys here. My archers are now at the far back here. It looks like I'm now going toe to toe with these companion cav. We should be able to beat them because my archers have got really nice upgrades. And then let's have a look over here. Look, poor Mohamed being absolutely surrounded by all of our heaven infantry units. All we need to do now is just crash our guys into the centre here. Don't need to do anything too fancy at the end of the day because we've got overwhelming units. Just click on alt attack and go and attack and fight probably this one Macedonian unit in the centre. We're charging, and what will happen is, yes, one or two of our units will start to rout. Although our guys are exhausted, we should be able to mass rout, and we should be able to actually get right into the centre of these Macedonian units. And there we go. As you can see, Macedon are now starting to rout. Yes, the Greeks are now coming in to assist, but the Greeks are doing too little too late. They should have really come in faster and quicker. All of these Macedonians will fight to the death, but we'll be able to absolutely slaughter them, rip them a new arsehole, and that is going to be GG to the heaven. So poor Titans, unfortunately, they got isolated there. They weren't able to play to their full capacity, and that meant that the heaven were able to sneak in a nice victory against the Titans clan. Elita has got a couple of Greek units left. I'm going to put double speed on for a few moments because all that's going to happen, we're going to chase down a few of these archer units, but I think Elita is going to throw in the towel anytime now because he knows it's a lost cause. Yes, he might be able to get a few extra kills at the end of the day, but it's going to be too little too late. So it was a close victory to the Heaven clan versus the Titans clan. If we have a look at the kill count, I've gotten 1500 kills, as did Numidia, and the Queen Dutch, or aka Heaven Charlie, got in 1600 kills. It's a really nice close victory. Titans, Elite, nearly 1800 kills, so really nicely done there. Sadly, Titans, Hades, only about 789 kills, and Titans Mohamed, 1107 kills. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that replay. As always, I really do appreciate comments, I really do appreciate thumbs up, and if you do enjoy the video, show your support. Go check out some of my other earlier Rome Total War videos, and you can see more and more 31k goodness on Biscuits Total War. In the meantime, guys, as always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon for the next video on Biscuits Total War. Bye now.